Hi everyone, I'm going to react to My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 8, Match 3 Conclusion. So, Match 3 started with Ida and Shuro and, the other facing Class A, Class B. And Shuro hadn't unleashed his eyes, but then one person on Class B side made it soft and stuff, and then they trapped Ida. And then Ida revealed his new move, Reciprocal Burst, I think it's called. So yeah, he was using that and going after, I'm forgetting the dude's name, but he was going after him, and that's where the episode ended. So I believe I said that I felt like they were gonna lose this match. Did I say they were gonna lose or they were gonna win? I don't know. Either way, they said this is going to be the conclusion, so I'm looking forward to it. And before we get into this episode, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. People, there has been so many moves made in this episode. I'm like, I sat down here and was basically going through it again, I guess. But even though I'm going through it again, I feel like I'm still not gonna be able to properly detail how the fight went. But either way, they ended with a draw. That's how they ended it. Okay, let me try to see if I can go through the fight the way I remembered it or whatever. Okay, so we started this fight the way it ended last episode, which was with Ida using his Reciprocal Turbo, right? And he was going after, what's his name, Mudman. He was going after him. Mudman felt like he can't take Ida by himself, so he left. He, the ground turned into mud, and then just like swam inside the mud to try to go help his friends, and then he left Ida by himself. And I think from there they went to Ojiro fighting what's his name, Spiral, right? And Ojiro was not, he can't take Spiral on because he had this support stuff that also was sort of like making it hard. I think he said that if the thing got into his skin, it was gonna get a piece of his skin or something like that. He was having a really hard time with him. So Ida showed up and took Spiral to prison. And he told Ojiro to go help the others, right? And I think they went from there to Tetsu and Shoto. At first, Shoto was using the ice, right? And Tetsu was just punching through the ice to try to get to Shoto. He's like, your ice is not going to work on me. So Shoto decided to switch to flames, to fire. And even with that, it wasn't working on Tetsu because Tetsu also went through some training where he like sat in the oven. Okay, so he is able to withstand the heat. So he got close to Shoto and then he was punching him, trying to get him to pass out. And it was during that moment that he started remembering the training that Endeavor was forcing on him. And then I'm like, I feel like somewhere, even before this happened, I was thinking, to myself, last episode, we saw both of them taking back to the training. And then you saw Endeavor, after he saved those little kids, he remembered the training. And then he was like, now that you've decided to go on your own path, that he wanted to teach Shoto this move that he's been trying to teach him from, ever since childhood and everything, that they were showing them during the flashback. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I said that. Did I say that? I don't know. I was thinking that if they were to lose, if Class A were to lose, that Shoto was gonna have it was gonna push Shoto to actually accept Endeavor's training to try to, be better, I guess. And it's basically what happened during this fight between him and Tetsu, because he was using his fire. It was not working on Tetsu, and he was like, he remembered the training, and then he's like, I have to dig deeper and make my fire harder, and he started doing that, and then he was getting dizzy because he was trying out basically, and he was like, I wish I could cool myself down, but I need to get this guy away from me first before I could cool myself. But this just was relentless. And then there came a point where he even went further than that, and they even, as he went past that, and he sort of like concentrated his heat into his hand or something or other like that, they drew him in. How Endeavor had the eyes sort of like flamed and everything. They did the same thing to Shoto, basically making him look like Endeavor in that particular moment before he concentrated the heat into his hand. And then he was about to punch Tetsu with that. But then Mudman showed up, made the ground unstable, so Shoto couldn't unleash his attack. And when Shoto went on into the mud and everything, some kind of beam fell on him, so he passed out. And then Ida showed up. I don't know if he punched or kicked Mudman, but he hit him in some kind of way, and then he got hold of Shoto and was about to take him away. And Mudman, he felt like he was gonna pass out, but he found the courage to make this giant stuff soft enough for Tetsu to hit it really hard so that it'll fall on Ida as he was trying to run away with Shoto. And yeah, it fell on him, so both of them got stuck. Ida got stuck. He was still awake and everything, but he couldn't move. Shoto was unconscious. And then they were like, okay, now it's up to what's her name? The girl with the horn and Shoji. And I got slightly confused. I'm like, these two, like, I completely forgot about them two. But then as I was going through the episode again, and then I saw the scene where she used the horns to basically, well, she was facing Shoji at one point, and she was launching her horns at him, and then he was using all his arms to punch the horns away, basically. And there was one horn that was coming behind him, and Shoji was like, you saved me, because Ojiro like jumped from up top or whatever. He's like, you saved me, basically telling Ojiro that he saved him. And I'm like, how exactly did he save him? Because I replayed that scene like many times. I didn't see, it's not like Ojiro was the one that blocked the horn that was coming from behind. Shoji is the one that stopped it with one of his arms, And then it was after he stopped it that it was after Shoji stopped it that Ojiro jumped from up top and then, grabbed hold of her. And I'm like, okay, so how exactly did Ojiro save Shoji? That didn't make any sense to me. I thought maybe there was something, like maybe he warned him that there was, the horn coming from behind. But as I read the subtitles, I didn't see anything like that. So I'm like, okay, how exactly did you save him? But okay. So he got hold of her, and they were like, okay, we're gonna take her to prison. And that's when Mudman showed up again, I believe. Yeah, he showed up again. And then they were sinking into the floor. And that gave the horn girl the opportunity to stuck Ojiro with some horns and then fly both of them into prison. And I believe I said during the episode that, okay, now both of them are out. And then that's what after that she showed up with, Shoji again. So I'm like, okay. And then as I was rewatching that scene again, I'm like, oh, yeah, she took him to prison. I thought when they both went into the prison that was gonna be it, but I'm like, that probably wasn't the way that I understood it. That wasn't it. Like, it seems like both teams have a certain prison, and then she brought Ojiro into her prison, their prison. So I guess I'm like, they must be allowed to go inside the prison and go out, right, and stuff. I don't know why I thought that both of them being in there was taking both of them out of the game or something or other. Like, that's where my mind went. So I feel like that's probably why I was sort of like confused when she showed back up. But yeah, so it was down to her and Shoji, and she got hold of her teammates and Shoto as well. She felt like she couldn't outrun Shoji and take Shoto to her prison, because if she was to take Shoto to prison, then that would mean that they will win, because it will be two against one, two people in prison against the one from Class A. So it's like, okay, I can't outrun Shoji. He'll probably catch up with me. So she decided to just go all the way up into the sky so that Shoji couldn't reach her, and then time ran out. And that's why the match ended with the draw, because you had one person in jail for each team. So when she brought them up to the sky, and I'm like, can Shoji fly too? In my mind, I'm thinking that, how he can make multiple things with his arms and stuff, duplicate arms, whatever. I don't know why. I thought maybe he was gonna make some kind of wings and fly after her. That's where my mind went. That's why I'm like, can't he fly? Like create a wing out of his multiple arms or something or other like that, and then use that to fly up to her or something. That's what my mind went, but clearly he can't do that. So yeah, he ended with a draw. And now the next match is gonna be Bakugo. What is he trying to do? Because when they showed them him with his team, and they're like, I think E4 Jack is like, are you for real or something or other like that? And I'm like, is this dude gonna be like, I'm gonna defeat them all by myself? Like, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, because he thinks of himself like so high like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if he decided to do that by himself. But I don't know. I'm excited for his match. And on Class B, they said there was this girl that was also that got to UA through recommendation. I believe they said she was the second person in Class B to get through recommendation, right? If I remember correctly. Who was the first one? I know Class A, it was Shoto and I believe Shoto and Yaoyorozu. I think both of them got in through recommendations, if I remember correctly. So who's the other one on this team? And then they said that she was nasty as well. So I'm like, we all know Bakugo is nasty, and this girl's nasty. So it's like nasty people against each other. I don't know. I'm excited, man. Like, I love me Bakugo. So it's like, yeah, I'm excited for this match. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can start by checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/FilmMini, and you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.